last video of 2022. Today we are going to rank all of the maps in Modern Warfare 2, 2022, of course, the new one. We are going to go ahead and rank these ones that came out since the beginning. A couple of these are no longer in the game. We're going to talk about them nonetheless. I was going to do a tier list of actual guns, but every time I try to look up, quote, Modern Warfare 2 guns or Warzone 2 guns or Warzone meta, I just get a bunch of old tier lists from, like, Black Ops 2. So, let's go ahead and start. We have our own category here for Valderas Museum. Hated that map, glad they took it out. I don't believe they took it out because it was bad, though. I believe they took it out because of a lawsuit or something, because they didn't actually have the rights to use that map in the game. So that's interesting. And the rest of them are going to go on this tier list S through F, like always. If you guys like random tier lists like this, consider subscribing. We do tier lists almost every day, unless I don't make a video that day, but almost every day. Albagra Fortress. I like this map, actually. I'd say A tier. This map is... There's a lot of different environments in it. A lot of the fights, depending on what part of the map you're on, feel good. Hardpoint on this map is a lot of fun. Domination's cool on this map as well. Yeah, I think this is an A tier map. This is probably one of my favorite maps in the game. Overall, I do think the maps in this game are a bit disappointing, and especially because I think some of them are... well, for one thing, there's not enough, and some of them are just bad. So, Gijaro, I am having trouble remembering which map this is. Just from this oh, is this the one? No, I was thinking of Mercado Las Almas, which Mercado Las Almas is also really good. This is the one where you're in like the little neighborhood. There's a warehouse on one part of it. There's a two-story house on the other part of it. Lots of different terrains, inside, outside. It's a good map. A tier, I'd say. Zarqwa Hydroelectric. This one is not bad, but I am going to put it in C tier. I think it's just average. There's a lot of awkward open areas where you could be running somewhere and just kind of get shot without really realizing there was anybody there. There's a lot of angles on this map, and not in a good way. I don't think it's a bad map. I would put it C tier as in average, but it's not going to go any higher for me. We're going to wait on Guijaro. Guijaro? Guijaro. I don't know. Santa Sena Border Crossing. Border Crossing is absolutely F tier. I don't know who thought that a rectangular map filled with explosive cars was a good idea, but they should be fired. This map is horrible, and I'm pretty sure everybody that plays on it agrees. So this is the 6v6 version of the map. We also have the 32 by versus 32 version of the map. This version does get a little bit better. It is better in like kind of that ground war or invasion type gameplay. Still, though, Santa Sena, D tier. Not very good. El Asilo. This one is the one with the large, really large rectangular building in the middle with kind of like farm and open land around it with a couple houses. Domination is good on this map. Hardpoint sucks on this map, though, because there's that one hardpoint that pops up on top of the hill, which is absolutely impossible to get to if you're coming... like if they have that lockdown. So I'm going to say C tier. I do think the map plays well in a lot of situations, but in a lot of situations, it's just going to favor either the attacker or the defender, which is unfortunate. Farm 18. I know a lot of people hate this map. I'd actually say it's B tier. I don't mind it myself. The middle of the map is an absolute just... I mean, it feels like you're playing paintball in there, where you're going to get shot from any angle, but you don't have to go in there. You're very rarely forced to go in there, and there's a lot of ways to maneuver around the map. Other than that, there's long angles, but there's also ways to get around it. I don't know. I know like a lot of my friends hate Farm 18, but I personally don't mind it myself. Embassy is probably my favorite map. I think it's probably my favorite map. I'd say A tier. It's a good map. It's mostly indoors, some outdoors, but despite the fact that it is indoors, there is a lot of open area that provide angles and stuff. Domination is good on this map. Kill Confirmed is a lot of fun, specifically on this map, I think, because of how spread out it can get. Yeah, I'd say A tier. Probably my favorite map, to be honest. I'm not sure it's better than the other two, but probably my favorite. Tarak, both versions of Tarak, the 6v6 and the 32x32, are horrible. F tier. Way too open, and even if you're using snipers, your life will just get shot from a different direction because it's just like a square-shaped map. There's very little counterplay other than sneak around them or snipe. That's what it feels like the map is. The 32x32 is a little bit better, but it's still pretty bad. Brenberg Hotel. Oh, I apologize. I think I got these mixed up. I think I got Embassy and Brenberg Hotel mixed up. Yeah, I was actually everything I said about Embassy, I was thinking about Breenberg Hotel. That's embarrassing. Whereas Embassy is not that as great. Embassy, I like some parts about it, but I don't know why. But I keep getting just sniped from a corner. I think it's because I've played Embassy a lot in like in it's not called cyber attack in this one. In search and destroy and stuff like that, where you don't respawn, where those deaths are just really punishing. So Embassy, I'd say 6v6 version is C tier. Seraph Bay, Saeed, and oh, the reason I don't know what Hoiharo is because it's one of the ground war maps. Trying to think of which one it is though. Saida is my favorite of the ground war invasion maps. It is very open, but there's a lot of opportunities to flank around and some unique land there. Guiharo, I don't hate it, and the fact that I don't hate it means it's probably not that bad. The maps that I hate, I could definitely, remember. Seraph Bay, I think, is B tier. It's not bad as a ground war or invasion map. Crown Raceway is bad, though. We can go ahead and put that in D tier. We can put Valdez into F tier just to get a better little look here on how we're ranking them. That, in one image, is how we're ranking them. So I told you at the beginning a lot of these maps are bad. They kind of proved me wrong, or at least maybe I was a little too harsh on them at the beginning. What do you think? Which of these maps do you like? Are there any that should be removed from the game? And how do you like the additions recently of Shoot House and Shipment? I didn't include those on the list because, well, they actually weren't on the list, but also they are just remakes of old maps. So, you could say S tier or F tier. It just depends what you like about those maps. But with all that said, guys, thank you for watching. Have a happy new year. And I'll be back with another tier list in 2023.